Today we are going to be trying some of the new releases that have come to Sephora. I got my last order in, like I call it last, but I place orders all the time with Sephora, which was the Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oils from Rare Beauty. So I'm really excited to try those. But I have a couple of other things that are new releases that are on today's docket. I picked up the Hella Thicc Mascara from Fenty, and then I also picked up the MoistureGlow Plumping Lip Colors from Makeup by Mario. I also picked up the Freck Hack Precision Sculpting Bronzer from Freck. So that's what's on today's agenda. I have most of my makeup on. I'm looking super one-toned and pasty right now. So without further ado, let's get right into putting this makeup on. I actually think I want to start with the mascara. So the Fenty Beauty Hella Thicc is a volumizing mascara. It says it's a long-wearing, ultra-creamy black mascara with a brush that coats every lash for an outrageously thick, lifted look. It's volumizing, long-wearing, and cruelty-free. It does retail for $19, which is pretty mid-range. I think a lot of her stuff is kind of like mid-range. It just comes in this like glossy sheer packaging. It's kind of cool. The one thing that I did notice about this is that the bottom is pointed, so you cannot like set it on the table straight up and down. I don't know if you guys are like that, but me personally, I always like set my mascaras up, and then yeah, this won't do that. So you do have to like lay it flat on the table. Is that silly? I mean, I don't know. That's just a preference thing. This does say it was made in Luxembourg, okay? It has a 6-month shelf life on it. Let's open it up and take a look at this wand. It is one of those more natural bristled wands. It looks like a volumizing wand. I don't think there's any time like the present. Let's just go ahead into this and see what we get out of it. I've seen a lot of people put this mascara on, like, cause the whole trend. Oh, it already transferred. Cool. It's all over like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, which is like the Hella Thicc trend, which I think didn't even, like, it wasn't started by the Fenty mascara, or at least that's the way that it looks to me. Like the Hella Thicc voiceover thing wasn't like a Fenty thing, and then the Hella Thicc mascara came out, and of course every creator was like doing the Hella Thicc trend. And I was watching the creators put on the coats, and it was like, okay, like it wasn't my favorite application. It didn't look very pigmented or wet, and that's kind of what I like. I don't know though, I think I'm getting a better application on this mascara than, like, I see a lot of the other creators just going into their straight lashes. That's what I'm getting. It's more pigmented than it looked in those videos, honestly. I don't mind it. It's pretty clean. Like, it's not overly chunky. So I like that part about it. It seems to layer pretty well. I'm not really like into layering my mascaras, but for the sake of this, we're going in with a second coat. Ooh, it's getting crusty already. So I guess you gotta go in pretty quickly with that second coat. It's volumizing. Starting to get a little chunky though. Ain't gonna lie. It's got some chunk to it, which is not my favorite. I like a more lengthening mascara, but I think it's pretty good. All right, let's go into the other eye. I'm going in for the second coat already. Yeah, I mean, with the fan on up here, it's definitely drying pretty fast, and so it gets crunchy pretty quick, and I'm not into a crunchy mascara, which, you know, I get it, it's a volumizing mascara, but even though it's volumizing, it's because I want it to put like texture without being chunky onto my lashes. I think it's doing pretty good, but I don't think it's, you know, my most pigmented mascara in my collection. Okay, chunk, hold on. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily giving me length, but because it is coating the lashes so thick, like it definitely gives it texture, that it's making them, like, the length of my lashes really pronounced, which I really like. I naturally have really long lashes, but they're super thin and fine, just like my hair. So even though I like something that's more lengthening, sometimes a volumizing mascara actually does look pretty good for my lashes. I think it's good, you guys. I just don't know that this is, like, you know, hands down the best volumizing mascara there is on the market. Like I said, it was kind of getting a little like crunchy as I was starting to put on the second coat. I like it though, I like it. This is one that I would definitely see myself reaching for again, but I just don't know that this is like the desired effect that I look for all the time, but it's nice. So anyway, I'm not hating it. Like, it's a pretty decent formula. I just don't know if it's gonna be my favorite. I think if you like a thickening, like volumizing mascara though, yeah. I mean, Fenty's first try at this, pretty damn good. I mean, that's about all I can say about it, I think, right now. I need to give my face a little dimension. Let's go into this Precision Sculpting bronzer. You guys, holy smokes, look how small this is. Okay, so it retails for $18. $18. And when I saw the picture of this online, it just looked so much bigger. It's like the picture on the phone is almost bigger than the actual product. That is hilarious. So this one says, a cream bronzer sticks that contours, sculpts, and creates dimension in a buildable, blurring, plant-derived formula. The finish is natural, the coverage is light, it's clean beauty. $18 though for this. I mean, I know that Freck is pretty expensive, but holy smokes, you guys, it's legitimately like the size of my pinky. I have heard no one talk about this. When I saw this, I was like, okay, it's little, but that's okay, that's fine. But then I pulled this out and I was like damn. I mean, if I think about it, the like Milk Makeup stick is also very, very small. It just seems like a ton more product in it than this one. This is 0.13 ounces. It does have a 12-month shelf life. It's really interesting packaging though. It has like a wheel that turns it up at the bottom. Let me see how much my Milk Makeup bronzing stick actually, well, the contour stick, see how much it actually comes with. Yeah, okay, here is actual bronzing stick, and it's even bigger. 0.19 ounces. So this is like, dude, I mean, they're both really, really small, but this is even less product. I don't know. I was a little disappointed in that for it being my first Freck beauty product. I want to test the formula. Let me warm it up. Oh, I'm already not loving the shade. It does come in 6 shades. I did pick up the fair with neutral undertone shade. So it's 4 fair with neutral undertones. I just don't know that this is necessarily neutral undertones. Let's use it to sculpt a little bit more. I have powdered. This is pushed up pretty far. It's pretty light. I'm gonna go and blend it in. It's pretty. Like, it's not too orange, I don't think. I think it's actually nice. I think it started to like lift up a little bit. So I'm actually gonna take this stick, and instead of drawing it, which is counterintuitive, right? This is a stick that you would draw. It's actually a quite nice shape for drawing. I'm gonna pick it up on like a sculpty brush. This is the e.l.f. Sculpting face brush. And I'm just going to apply it this way, because I feel like it was picking up like right here. It's just not a super emollient formula, believe it or not, even though they kind of make it in this, you know, shape, which is nice. I don't think it's overly emollient, sorry to say. By the way, like, if you're new to my channel and you've never heard my voice before, I have completely lost my voice, so I apologize that I sound like what my son refers to as a zombie. He's so sweet. Mommy, why do you sound like a zombie? Oh, sweetheart. You know, when you've got teenagers, sometimes you just lose your voice. Okay, so even though it's not a super emollient formula, I think it goes on pretty nicely. So good for travel. Like, that's the one thing I kind of see in this, like, right away. Hey, go back down. Whoa. I'm gonna need you to not break. Hello. It's already come off the freaking roller. Ah, mine's broken. Are you kidding? Yeah, mine's broken. Well, I can push it up, but I cannot push it down. So hopefully I don't. No, I think I did okay. So this roller thing sucks. It already is like not bringing the product back down, so I was having to like push it down with my finger. But what I was saying was, even though it's not super emollient, I actually think it's super easy to blend in. I don't think the color is overly orange, but I don't think it's neutral either. So I think it works for people who are fair with neutral undertones. This just isn't with neutral undertones because it has warmth in it. I would just say, you guys, because it's not an overly emollient formula, that you probably don't want to do what it looks like it's intended to do, which is kind of draw it on. I think picking it up with the sculpting brush is actually a better application. I've been preferring that a lot lately just because I don't know, I feel like it definitely picks up some of the foundation underneath, but it laid nicely on top of powder. I went in heavier with this side where I drew it on than on the other side. So let me maybe just add a little bit more. It's definitely a natural finish though. It's not overly pigmented. I don't think it's overly buildable either. Like, I was continuing to try and layer it here and I was working hard. I was, for sure. So I think that if you're into something that's a really natural finish, light formula, like light application, then this is gonna be good. It's just a little bit of product. I'm glad though that it's like only $18. I know the milk one is more expensive and not that much more product, so I can't really complain. It just threw me when I saw this thing and how freaking small it was. And it's not just that, it's like the thinnest thing ever. So anyway, now you know. If you were thinking it was going to be bigger, it's not. Let's move on into the lip products. I want to start with the MoistureGlow Plumping Lip Colors. I picked up 2 of them. This is another one where I was like, oh my gosh, when they arrived, they're so tiny. Again, it's like, oh, they're like the same size as what you actually see in the picture. For $24 a piece. Okay. So these actually come in 13 different shades. I picked up 2. The shades that I have are Smoky Pink and Baby Coral. They're all still available on Sephora's website, which I was a little bit surprised about. But it's supposed to be full coverage, water infused liquid lip color that hydrates and visibly pumps with a weightless glossy feel. Formulation type is lip gloss, meets lip balm, and treatment is liquid lipstick, lip plumper, benefits hydrating and plumping. Cool. Okay, so it's supposed to be hydrating, plumping, give good gloss and good glow to the lips with pigment is what I'm getting from it. So plumping lip color. It's actually kind of cool. They have 3 stars now out of like 51 reviews. I don't know what that's about. I haven't even read them, but these have actually been sitting here for like, I don't know, maybe a week at this point, maybe a little bit less. Let's go into the Smoky Pink one. Another teeny tiny product. This is terrible. The products are getting smaller and the prices are getting higher. This one has a 12-month shelf life. This is made in South Korea, 0.11 fluid ounces. So even less than this one. So let's go ahead with this Smoky Pink one. Ooh. That is cool. Wow. Okay. Okay. I like the shade too. Let me describe what this is. This is a matte lip cream with super pigment that's like thick and glossy like a lip oil that is, yeah, I mean, it's all of those things. This is super, like, this actually feels really unique on the lips. This doesn't feel like anything that I have in my collection. And it's like smoothing. It almost feels smoothing. I don't think it looks overly smoothing on my lips, but it feels smoothing. It's a very, very mild cooling plumping. Ooh, I like her. It has like the same scent or like flavor that the MoistureGlow plumping lip balms have. It's very similar, same. Like, they're definitely formulated with the same kind of like glossy finish, or just like the same ingredients, because it has the very same scent to it. This is a beautiful shade. I didn't love the shades in the MoistureGlow one, so when I saw this range I was a little bit more excited, I think, because some of the other ones were like pretty vibrant or pretty dark, and they just all like were very, very pigmented on me, and some of them didn't look that good. I literally don't even want to take it off. It feels like super cooling, like I'm putting a cold ice cube on my lips. It feels really good. Like, I'm not sorry I picked this up. I'm just sorry I have to take it off. Okay, let's go into the one in Baby Coral. Sorry I didn't swatch these on the back of my hand, but I'm basically lip swatching them, so. I love that first. It is so nice. Still a gorgeous color. They're so buttery soft. Wait. Let's look at these reviews, because I don't get it. I'm gonna look at this right now. Save your money. I was excited to try this lip, but was so disappointed. For the price, it is way too small and it has no longevity whatsoever. I had to reapply this 3 times every 30 minutes for the gloss to last. It fades quickly and honestly, it's just not worth your money. Then someone said, truly just okay. I loved the color, but it wore pretty quickly compared to others like NARS and Fenty. Also very small product for the price. I could see $16 to $18 for this. Returning, hoping he finds a way to make it better. Someone else wrote, disappointing. I bought this in 3 shades. I liked the way it looked when I searched in the store, but after trying it at home for the longer wear, plumping is pretty much 0. It settles into my lines in my mouth. I hope she means lips. And after wearing it for only a little while, the color faded. I wanted to like them. I love the colors, but it didn't have the effect I wanted it to. I'm going to be returning. Plumping is minimal. Didn't see any plumping, and you could see every wrinkle in my lips. Was not for me. Like, I don't see more lines in my lips than normal. Like, it looks just the same to me, honestly. I don't think that it's like filling in my lips. So yeah, the plumping is like minimal, but I thought the plumping was minimal on the MoistureGlow lip balms anyway. Initially feels great, but then dries down and turns weird. Dry and sticky at the same time, wouldn't recommend. Okay, there's nothing dry or sticky about this. Like, I would have known. I layered it up super thick. There's nothing funny going on. And the color may fade. I will update you guys in the comments as to whether or not the color just fades off. But how could these be that different than the MoistureGlow lip balms? Those literally faded off of me in like 5 seconds, and I was constantly reapplying them. And those had great reviews. So why the kind of negativity like on these now? They're just not that much different. I do find though that the more like comfortable a formula is, I tend to rub my lips together more, and then yeah, it just fades off quicker. So that's what I was doing with the MoistureGlow lip balms, because I would literally find myself just going, and then it would fade off, and then I'd be like reapplying. But that's gonna happen, right? So I'll update you guys on the wear time on these. I don't necessarily care that the product was plumping, and I think if you're looking for a plumping formula, like a truly plumping formula, then you know better than to like go for something that's like this. But it is cooling, so like that is a plumping sensation in and of itself. It does have it. It's very minimal. I don't think it claimed to not be minimal, because the MoistureGlow is exactly the same way. I don't find that overly plumping. As far as like the pigment and comfortability when you're first putting it on, 10 out of 10. I don't think any one of those comments disagreed with that. It was just more like longevity, but we will see. Check the comments. All right, let's move on. I did save the ones from Rare Beauty for last, because I have seen some reviews on these and they are staining. Like, clearly a lot of people were like, huh? Like, why so much pigment? Why so much stain? Who cares, you guys? They're just, I don't know, confused because it's a lip oil. So what? She made a staining lip oil, and it's formulated a little bit differently than our standard lip oils. That's okay. That's fine. Don't be shocked. It's all right. Calm down. I have Happy, Wonder, and Joy. I wanted to get 3 shades because I've done poorly in like picking up Rare Beauty lip products in the past, and some of them haven't been great for me. For example, like too berry and too deep. And then I have like remorse that I didn't pick up some of the more like beautiful colors in her line. So this time I was like, nope, I'm gonna make sure I find one that I like. So this one is in Wonder. So far they have good reviews. There's 402 reviews on Sephora's website, and they have about 4.5 stars. These do appear to come in, I don't know, not terribly large shade range. Right now it looks like 8 shades. I could be wrong. 4 of the shades are like already sold out on Sephora's website. It says it's an innovative gel to oil lip tint that hydrates and nourishes with a soft pinch of dewy color that stays comfortable, never sticky all day. Benefits: long wearing. It says it right here on the website. Yeah, these retail for $20 a piece. It's got a matte bottom, like a glossy, I think these are like silver. It's hard to tell. Some of hers look like they might be a little bit gold. Okay, this one is in the shade Wonder. I think I will swatch these. Oh, that's really pretty. And we're going in. It looks like a purple doe foot applicator. It's very gel. You can feel just how lightweight it is and how it's formulated with gel. I think where a lot of people are getting thrown is that like a lot of lip oils are consistently like thicker. They're definitely like made in with a lot of like gloss and extra oils in their product, like jojoba oil, and just very rooted in a lot of different kinds of probably natural oils, whereas this one is a much thinner formula. And so I can see why it's not what you would expect from a lip oil necessarily. But one thing you don't get with a lip oil is a huge amount of pigmentation. Even if you did, because you layered it on super thick, it's never going to last. Whereas this one is like, it's different. Like, it's super unique. It has a huge amount of pigment, but the pigment looks like it's soaked into my lips immediately, and the gloss has remained on top. This is quite nice formulation, honestly. And I can already tell that it's slightly staining because I didn't have it as long on the back of my hand. So let's take this one off and see. I love this shade, by the way. This one in Wonder, gorgeous. All right, let's take this off. It soaks into your lips so fast, you guys. These do have a 6-month shelf life. I noticed that Rare Beauty lip products actually do turn on me. Like, I've had 1 or 2 turn. Let's go into this one next because it's the second brightest, and this is in Joy, which is a more orangey shade. Here it is here. Don't drop them off the table, Carrie. I like the doe foot applicators. They do have like a bit of a curve and a flat edge. There's Joy. That Wonder shade is not going away. Honestly, these are better lip stains than some of my actual lip stains. Now it's just a blend of the 2 colors, which is really pretty. What do you guys think? Now it's hard to tell because my lips were just so stained. I don't know. They're not always representative on the swatch as how they look on your lips. I like a lot of like brownie color, mauvey color shades on my hand, and then like I'll swatch them on my lips and I'm like, where the hell did my face go? Look how pigmented. Let's go into the last shade, which is Happy. This one is a light pink. Looks like a coral? Maybe not. It's like a pinky peach. I really like this one. I really like this shade here. Let's go into this one. Oh, that's weird on me. This is the kind that like is lighter than my lips. It's not exactly like what I think of when I see the box. I thought this one was gonna be a much deeper shade than the other two, because it's just, look how much deeper a color it is, but it's the lightest one. So I don't know. That doesn't bother me. I don't care, but it is kind of unusual that it's such a red box for such a pinky lip oil or lip color, pinky lip color. There's something about this formula that's like reminiscent of any other product that I've tried before. I just feel like this is massively unique, and it's like really just a true blend of all of those things in a lip product. I think it's really pretty. I enjoy this. I even like the lip staining. We'll see how long the gloss lasts on these, because I think that's a nice part about it. I would like to see that not only like the pigment sinks into my lips, but the gloss stays on top for a long time. But if it doesn't, you know, just like these ones, it's not that big of a deal. Like, honestly, not a lot of glosses stay on me that long, especially when they're this like thin formula. I like thick oils, but then sometimes I'm just not in the mood for it because they are stickier, you know? And sometimes you just want something that's thin and not sticky. And I think that's where all of these lip products would probably come in. So I talked about a lot of this stuff in pretty good detail, and I think you know my thoughts about it. The only thing that I'm really gonna do is kind of update you guys in the comments as to how long the gloss stays on especially these, but I will update you on both. But in terms of like the sculpting stick, Do you guys see now that I've applied my blush, like just how orange it is? Like when there's so much of a contrast like this and it doesn't, like it's not more neutral, it doesn't cast more neutral, and it just creates kind of this like harsh, I don't know, peanut butter and jelly basically. I don't like that. I don't think that this is a great shade for someone who's fair with neutral undertones, because that is me. It does pull pretty orange, and so, you know, this isn't my favorite effect. And, you know, I put it pretty high, like into the hollow of my cheek. I didn't go where like normally a bronzer would sit, but I think I put this where I would normally put it, and I'm definitely seeing like, you know, some of the orange. So it's not my absolute favorite shade. It's not my absolute favorite formula. I didn't find this super revolutionary. I mean, I've never tried anything from Freck, and so I always get excited to try things from new brands. It's just not that I'm gonna end up loving this. I like it for travel, but I also like this for travel, and the shade is just better for me in my personal opinion. So if you were gonna spend your money, I would tell you get Milk and not the Freck one. That's my personal opinion. That is my personal recommendation. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So if you are new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing so that you can stick around for the next video. Until then, you guys, bye.